Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Well, I've got a cup of coffee here that we've enjoyed on the Monday morning mailbag before. Hang on 1 minute. That's a nice cup of coffee. Yeah, previously we featured one of the Sterling coffees, and here is that other coffee from that sampler, Brazil. We've used this before. Boy, this is a terrific cup of coffee. Sterling Roastery, the parent company being Sterling Soaps, they make some really nice coffee, and this is a medium dark roast. Boy, it is terrific. I like it a lot. Sweet and clean almond praline. Boy, that is really terrific. And I just, even just the name Brazil makes it a little bit, on the other side of the fence, a little more intriguing. So I really like this a lot. Again, I'll have a link to the Sterling Roastery so you can go up there and get a sample pack. You get 3 bags like this in their sample pack, or just pick your favorite, just by the name or the notes that are in the coffee, however you want to do it. But this was really nice, Brazil. And yeah, if I decide to buy a larger bag, this will be on the list for sure. So there it is from Sterling Roastery, Brazil. A terrific cup of coffee. And my coffee mug this morning is aptly named Java Series. This came from Global Shave Clubs International, also known as Swiss Shave now. So this was kindly sent by Sheldon Quinn and the folks at Global Shave. And here again, it was reminding all the folks out there of their Java series of razors that they have there. I've reviewed those before. This is their official shave mug. Isn't that nice? It's a terrific shave mug, and it says here, razors built to endure. Yeah, they do make a really nice razor, and I have several from them, and I've reviewed them. So if you want to check out some of those reviews, just go up to my channel and just type in, Global Shave or Java series or any of the other razors. If you type in Global Shave, I think I might have a playlist for their razors too. If I don't, I'll try and put one together. But again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Hey, if you're taking me on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate it. We got some really nice content this morning. Going to be revisiting a few other topics and items that we've talked about in the past, but I'm really excited. And I'm really excited about today's show. So let's just kick it off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Okay, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Jeff Wells. And he writes, "Hello, Mark. Another great Monday morning mailbag." Thanks very much, Jeff. I appreciate that. As promised in my comment on YouTube, here are the photos of my used blade storage container. I use an old, large-size prescription pill bottle for used blades. I simply cut a slit in the cap and insert the used blades through it. The size of the bottle allows the blades to stack flat on top of one another, and it should hold 100+ blades. Also, it's child safe as well. I've been using this one for almost a year, and I'm not anywhere close to filling it up. Best regards, Jeff Wells. Jeff, thanks very much for this tip. Thank you very much for sending the photos. An absolutely wonderful tip. We've been talking about disposing of used blades, using different kinds of devices, different kinds of tins, like the Altoid tins and some other Sucret tins and mint tins and that sort of thing. This one is really good, especially the child-proof safety cap. That's a really nice touch. Just cut a slit in, drop in the blades, or if you don't want to cut a slit in the cap, you can uncap it and recap it, that sort of thing. But that child-proof cap, nice touch. So thanks for sending the photos. Thanks for the tip. I'm sure a lot of viewers out there are going to look around their house and get some of those pill bottles so they can repurpose them as a disposal container for their used blades. Really nice tip. So thanks very much for sending it along with the photos, as I said before. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So all you have to do is email me your snail mail address at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would also like an original signed George sketch, all you have to do is email me a shaving tip. Email that tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it in the shaving tip segment, you too will receive an original signed George sketch, just like Jeff is going to receive. So thanks for the tip again, Jeff. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, speaking of sketches, we just heard from viewer James Sefton, who received his original George sketch for a shaving tip. And he wrote, "Hey Mark, I just received your George sketch and I appreciate it. I already have it in a frame, and after I get it on the wall in the shave den, I will send another picture. Thanks again." Hey, thanks very much, James. Really do appreciate you framing that up. I'm very flattered by that. Well, he did follow up with another email and he wrote, "Hey Mark, just got the sketch put on the wall and it looks great. Thanks again. I appreciate it." No, thank you, James. I really am flattered. And thanks to all the viewers who have done that with their sketches. I'm really, really flattered by that. And if you have a framed George sketch on the wall and would like to show the other viewers, just please snap a picture of it, email it to me, and I'll feature it on the Monday morning mailbag. And again, if you have pictures of your shave den and want to share that with viewers and wet shavers around the world, please send those in as well. You can send either of those or both to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to post it here on the show. So thanks again, James. I'm very flattered. It looks great. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, this morning we have an extra shaving tip, and it comes from viewer Rick Festa. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. So very excited to share a possible Monday morning mailbag shaving tip that you may use." Well, I'm going to use it. Thanks for sending it along. It was 10 p.m. Sunday night, and I thought I would take a long, relaxing, steamy shower, followed by a nice, warm shave. Thought I would look dapper for the many errands I have to run Monday morning. My tip is fall in love again with old friends. I decided to use a brush and razor I have not used in a couple of years because I tend to use new equipment that I buy. I used a Merkur 25C long handle open comb razor and a silver tip Parker brush. Forgot how much I enjoyed them. New friends are great, but don't forget your old friends. Should you ever use this tip, no need to send another signed pic as I already have one proudly hanging in my shave den. Stay well, Rick Festa. Also a member of my fraternity, Phi Kappa Tau. That's great to hear from you, Rick. And thanks very much for that extra shaving tip this morning. You know what? I did that coincidentally last week. And you also probably saw in this recent Guess the Shave Cream, I was using my Merkur 34C. I have not used this in a long, long time. I decided to pull this out and use it again, and it gave me a very, very nice shave. And then prior to that, I think I mentioned in the last Monday morning mailbag, I used the Merkur 23C. This also gave me a wonderful, wonderful shave. So yeah, these are razors I haven't used in quite some time, and it was just great to pull them out, take them off the razor stand, take them out of the drawer, and just have a really, really nice shave with them. So yeah, thanks very much for that extra shaving tip this morning, Rick. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, this morning we also have a viewer who sent in pictures of his shave den of sorts. Actually, he sent in pictures of his blade den. This comes from Robert Brose, and he writes, "Dear Mark, annexing 2 pictures of my blades den. I have around 5,500 blades with 32 brand names. Regards, Robert." Wow. Wow, Robert. That's fantastic. Now, he sent me these 2 photos, and then a few days later, he updated the email, so to speak, and he said, "Mark, this is a better view of my blades den. I took the mirrors out, so now you can see the total den. Regards from Mexico." Wow, that is absolutely fantastic, and that's great. He also says, "My soap den is bigger now." Now, it sounds like he has a blades den, a soap den. However it is, Robert, thanks very much for sharing the way you have all your blades organized and collected and stored. It's absolutely awesome. When I saw that, I thought, man, that is absolutely great. Very inspiring to a lot of viewers. Now, I don't know if you've seen some of my previous videos where I have like a bowl where I have a lot of blades thrown in there. And sometimes when I did video reviews, I would just reach in and pull out randomly a blade. I don't do that much anymore, but that's how I was storing my my razor blades. And now that I see the way you're doing it, my my method is pathetic. My gosh, that's absolutely awesome. And as I say, inspiring to other viewers who are looking for a way to store a lot of their shaving gear, including their razor blades. Because if you're like a lot of wet shavers out there who love this hobby, you like to store everything and keep it organized. And I'm sure blades is one of the items in your shaving gear that you probably work on organizing and stacking and storing so that you can get to your favorite blade very, very quickly, or a blade you haven't used in a while. So that's great. Robert, thanks very much for sharing your Shave Den, Blade Dens photo with us this morning. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Okay, we're off to a great start this morning. I mean, we had a great shaving tip, an extra shaving tip. We had a tour of a shave den or blades den. That was really neat. And now we got some really nice topics and refill. The refill segment is comments and emails I received from viewers regarding some previous topics that we covered. That's why we call it the refill. As a matter of fact, the whole refill segment was a suggestion by a viewer a few years back. And I thought, wow, that is a really, really good idea. So that's what we call it the refill. I can't remember the viewer's name. If you're out there, please comment below. Let me know. I want to give you the credit for it. Digging through my files, wasn't able to find the correspondence because I can't remember your name. Anyhow, let's kick it off with something from Digital Moonlight. This is regarding, again, blade disposal. And he said, I use a Sharps container, which are usually free at a pharmacy. Though if you're a tea drinker, the metal tin for loose leaf teas are wonderful for being reused as blade banks or spice jars, etc. Hey, that is a great, great tip. And again, that falls in with repurposing some of these items that we have around the house, whether it be these pill bottles or Altoid tins. Here, a tin for loose leaf teas. That is fantastic. I'm not really familiar with the Sharps container. If someone could, kind of give me a little more details on that and post that below. I've heard of them, but I'm not sure how you acquire these from a pharmacy free of charge. Not really sure about that, but that sounds like a great path, a great approach as well. So thanks very much for that, Digital Moonlight. Charlie Wise checked in with, this covers the topic of, how old do you have to be? Are you ever too old to start the wet shave? And here's what he wrote. Hi, Mark. I started wet shaving at the ripe old age of 73. I'm 75 now and still love it. Another member of the Old Boys Club. Love the Monday morning mailbag. Keep up the great work, Charlie. Charlie, welcome to the club. Great to hear. And again, this demonstrates you're never too old to start the traditional wet shave. As witnessed here by Charlie's really, really very, very kind email. Thanks very much for that, Charlie. I really do appreciate it. Mark Bagwell checked in. This is regarding treating your razor with alcohol after your shave, especially if you're in a hurry and got to run out the door and don't have time to clean out the razor. Mark writes, I used to use alcohol. I kept a screw top container so I could close it when not in use. One quick dip and the alcohol dries it. It won't get rid of the soap scum that builds up, but it quickly gets rid of the water. And I asked him, what does the soap scum do after you do something like that? Does it flake off? Do you brush it off? Well, what exactly does that do? And he says, nope, it builds up slowly over time. Use Dawn shaving soap. Use Dawn shaving soap? I think he meant use Dawn soap. A 2-minute soak and no more soap scum. Hey, thanks very much for that, Mark. Really, really do appreciate it. Oh, he continues and he says, by the way, because he submitted this last week for new shaving gear, he says, by the way, the Merkur website is an awesome store. This was the Merkur online store for the USA. A lot of great products up there. I'll link it again below, so please check it out. He writes, by the way, the Merkur website is an awesome store. They sell soaps, creams, brushes, manicure sets, because Dovo owns Merkur and they make some of the best manicure sets in the world. They have dot bags, bowls, synthetic and badger brushes. They have a full line of Clubman aftershaves. And oh yeah, they have Merkur razors. Laugh out loud. I didn't even go through it all. Check it out. I used and here's something else that falls into line with what we talked about, the extra shaving tip. Mark mentioned something along the same lines. He said, I used my old Merkur 34C while I wait for my custom razor, and I couldn't believe how nice of a shave it gave. Sometimes it pays to revisit and rediscover some of our old shaving gear. That seems to be a little bit of a theme here this morning. Revisit your old friends, your old shaving gear. As I mentioned, I had a really, really nice shave with the Merkur 34C. Now, if you're interested in getting a Merkur 34C, just know this. My experience with it, and of course your mileage may vary, this is a really nice, mild razor. I have found, in my opinion, that the shaving angle is much more narrow than some other razors out there that are mild. So if you're right on with your technique, you'll get optimum efficiency from this razor. If you're off a little bit, the efficiency drops. Whereas with some other razors, the approach is a little wider and that kind of ups the efficiency, so to speak. That's kind of my layman's terms way of explaining it. But this gave me a really nice, mild shave, especially this past a shave cream video that I posted on Saturday. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. But yeah, this was a great razor to revisit. Really, really did enjoy the shave with it. So thanks very much for that, Mark. Really do appreciate it. Jimmy V Photography checked in, and this is regarding the cold razor shave and his approach to it. I put the razor in a little cup of ice cubes and water and let it sit there while I'm showering, and the soap is blooming in hot water. The dense stainless steel holds the cold really well. I return the razor to the ice bowl while I'm lathering. A blast of hot water to clear the razor, then right back into the ice bath. Cold water for my face splashes. That's also a really interesting approach too. This is kind of a mixture of a cold razor and a cold water shave. So thanks very much for that, Jim. It's a nice variation of those two kind of combined. Really do appreciate that. Brian Erskine checked in with, hi, Mark. After I shave, I then rinse off the blade, put it on the shelf, rinse off the razor, dry it, then put it together halfway. Then I'll enter my shave with Shave Buddy. Have a great day. Yeah, we've talked about Shave Buddy. This is an app. I believe it's on the Apple iPhone or any of the Apple tablets and phones out there. I think it's just exclusive to that, but I do believe the creator of this app is going to make it available for Android phones and tablets very, very soon. But yeah, that's another great routine in cleaning your razor. So thanks very much for sharing that, Brian. I really do appreciate it. Me personally, I clean my razor after every single shave. And I really do love the routine in doing that. I really, really do. So thanks very much for passing that along, Brian. Really appreciate it. Robert Ross added this regarding the cold razor shave. Now with the cold razor shave, everything is warm. Lather's warm, the brush is warm. If you have a brush scuttle like I do, the brush scuttle is warm, so the lather remains warm. So brush, lather, water in the sink, warm. If you're going to do a warm water rinse, that sort of thing. Everything's warm, but the razor is cold. You're going to use a cold razor by either running it under the tap or like Jimmy V does, putting in a nice water bath. But the razor is cold for the actual shave. Everything else is warm. The razor is cold. Now, Robert Ross offered this. Just remember the phrase, warm everything, cold razor. Yeah, that's a very, very good tip, Robert. And it had me thinking maybe if you can't remember that, maybe a little rhyme. I'm always rhyming things, as you know. If any of the thank you cards I send out, always has a little poem in there. I love doing those. I've even read some of the poems on the channel in some previous Monday morning mailbags. But here's what I came up with. See if you like this, or maybe you can plus this up. Maybe add to it, make it a little bit better. Here's what I say. He has warm everything, cold razor. Here's what I came up with. Warm everything, cold razor for no sting. How about that? Warm everything, cold razor for no sting. I don't know. I don't know if it's any good. If you can improve on it, comment below, let us know. But, I might start using that if I do a cold razor shave. Warm everything, cold razor for no sting. Okay, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. All right, that's it for this week's refill. Really do appreciate everyone who contributed. We'll do it again next week. Okay, one of my favorite parts of the show, and I'm sure yours as well, let's check out some new shaving gear. Okay, we got some great stuff in this morning's new shaving gear segment. We're going to revisit some things we've talked about in the past. So let's kick it off with something from viewer Rodney Ripplinger. And Rodney writes, "Hi Mark, I ordered myself one of those Roman Empire razors. It came today and I shaved with it. It did a very nice job. I used it with my Dorco blade. 7th time around. It's still going strong." He also adds, "I found out about the Dorco Prime razor blades from a guy who has done a lot of shaving videos in the past. What interested me was that he was surprised nobody talks about these blades. That got me to order some. I'm glad I did." Okay, so we'll cover a couple. He kind of goes off in two different directions here. Thank you very much for the comment, Rodney. I really do appreciate it because, again, old shaving gear, it brings back some of our old friends, one of which is the Dorco Prime razor blade. Now, early on in this channel's creation, I used these blades and talked about them and used them on many a shave. So if you go back to some of my earlier videos, you'll see me using these and talking about these. These are wonderful. They're very, very sharp. They are definitely a step or two above the regular Dorco blades. They are sharp, smooth, thinner than the standard Dorco blades. And you know what? I like them a lot, and I'm going to have to shave with them again. These are terrific. Not sure about the price point, but I'll link to them on Amazon. I'm sure they're not much more expensive than some of the other blades that are out there. But again, a really, really nice razor blade. And Dorco makes a lot of nice razor blades. So, the Titan and the regular Dorco and these Primes, they're really, really terrific. I like this brand a lot. And early on, they sent me some cartridge razors and that sort of thing that I reviewed. But these blades really, really, I thought were very, very good, especially early on in my wet shaving adventure. So I think they really came in handy. Gave me some nice, nice shaves. Now, regarding the Roman Empire razor, the reason why I'm mentioning this again is because I'm consistently hearing from viewers that this is a really, really well-made razor. Here it is right here. That they are getting some really nice shaves with it. It's not overly aggressive. It's not too mild. Quality control on this seems to be very, very consistent from what viewers are telling me. $10 for this razor. It's a 3-piece razor. It has some nice, nice heft to it. It has some beautiful chroming on it. Again, a nice, mild, efficient shave. $10, but here's the thing. It comes in this package, and for the $10, you get the razor, but you also get 20 of really, really very, very well-known razor blade brands. You get the Astra, you get the Gillette Platinum, Astra, here, I'll show it to you like this. You get the Astra, you get the Gillette Platinum, like that. You get the Gillette 7 o'clock, and you also get some Voscods. These are really, really well-known, great performing razor blades. And most wet shavers will tell you they're very, very good. And you get 20 of these and a really well-made razor for $10. I will link it below where you can get it on Amazon. It really is a very, very good deal. It makes a great gift for a new wet shaver. It makes a great extra razor that maybe you want to take when traveling. And for some reason, if you misplace it or it gets lost, it's only $10. So yeah, a really, really good option for a new wet shaver as a gift to introduce that person to the wet shave, or like I say, for yourself as a secondary razor for travel, or just as a secondary razor in your shaving den. It really is a very, very good razor. $10. You know what? A really, really good deal. So Rodney, thanks very much for sending that along. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, this is kind of a heads up from Sean Valou. He left this comment in the recent cold water shave review that I did. And he says, "Hi, Mark. Great cold water shave." Thanks very much. I enjoyed it. "I just saw on Instagram that Spearhead Shaving will be releasing a new Seaforth soap soon based on an original release in the 1960s. Looks like I'll be adding another soap to my den." Well, I will definitely link their Instagram page so you can see it. Sean continues and says the release date is Monday, May 23rd at noon Eastern. So make a note of that. They're releasing this shave soap Monday, May 23rd at noon Eastern. He goes on to say it's Fleur de France, a new scent coming soon, a modern reimagination from Seaforth's most ambitious gift set. Well, that's what Seaforth has posted up there. Fleur de France, new scent coming soon. So yeah, really, really excited about this. Thanks so much for the heads up on this, Sean. Really, really do appreciate it. Again, I will link it below. Look for the drop on May 23rd, noon Eastern, just so you know, East Coast time. So thanks again, Sean. Really do appreciate the heads up on that. Okay, this next email comes from viewer Bart Bartlett in regards to a razor blade we've been talking about recently on the show, and that is the Filoso razor blade. Now, Raul Alberto de la Rosa sent me some of these, and I love them. They're fantastic, and some other viewers have mentioned these blades as well. But Bart Bartlett just recently purchased these, and he wrote, "Hi, Mark. I ordered 100 Filoso blades from Amazon based on your positive review. They must be popular because now they are out of stock." Well, I have a link directly to Filoso where you can buy these. So go directly to the link there. I'm sure they're going to be in stock right there from the very people who introduced them to the wet shaving community. "I have used one blade for 3 shaves and experienced no change in sharpness and performance. The Filoso gave me smooth, close, and comfortable cold razor shaves using my Rockwell 6S. I was pleasantly surprised that the Filoso blade performed as well as my 2 favorites, the Astra Green and Gillette Nasset. It did seem a bit sharper than the Astra and was definitely as sharp as the Nasset. At $15 from Amazon, they cost more, but being double wrapped instead of glued is worth the extra $3+ per 100 blades. Thanks for your review. I now have 3 favorite blades. My best regards, Bart." Again, Bart, thanks very much for the positive review and feedback on these. These are wonderful blades. They really, really are. I put them up there, right there with the Platinum Strangelet from Phoenix Shaving and a few others that I've been using. These are terrific blades. They really are. And again, I'll have a link directly to Filoso where you can buy these. So, or you can buy them on Amazon too if you want to. You know what? I'll get a link for Amazon as well, and then you can decide which way to go is better for you in the way of purchasing them. But I'll have both links below, both to Amazon and also to Filoso themselves. So yeah, thanks very much for that, Bart. Really do appreciate it. I've been impressed with the razor blade. I'm so glad you like them. And folks, if you haven't seen our previous discussion on this blade or any of the video reviews I've done with these blades, well, okay, that's why I wanted to mention it again in New Shaving Gear. So thanks again, Bart. Really do appreciate it. Okay, this comment comes from viewer Mark Bagwell. Thanks again, Mark. I really do appreciate it. If you're looking for a new shaving soap, well, he writes, "Hey, Mark, Sharpologist has released their best shaving soaps for 2022. It's worth looking at. I'll post the webpage. Ariana and Evans was rated #1 again," and he included the link. Thank you very, very much, Mark. I really do appreciate this. Again, if you're looking for a new shave soap to try out, check out this link at sharpologist.com or check out the page where Mantic59 rates them all. Ariana and Evans is #1. Visit them, find out what's #2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Great comment, Mark. Thanks very much for sharing it with all of us in New Shaving Gear. Again, if you're looking for a new shaving soap to try, or where some of these other shaving soaps are rated, check out the post, the article at Sharpologist.com. It's actually sharpologist.com/best-shave-soap. So that's the link, but again, I'll post it below if you're interested in checking out the article and maybe, finding a new shave soap. Thanks again, Mark. Okay, this next email regarding new shaving gear came from viewer Simon Hazanovs. Now, maybe you remember Simon. Simon was the viewer who very, very generously sent me this handmade silver tip badger brush. He took the handle from a Yaki synthetic brush, 24 millimeter knot, and he installed a silver tip knot in the handle, and he very kindly sent it on to me. I have used this brush. It's an awesome brush. I've never used a silver tip brush before, but he kindly provided me with a silver tip brush, and I really enjoy using this brush. Now, I have a rubber band around the handle here, and the reason why I have that there is to mark it so I know that this is the silver tip brush that Simon sent me. Why did I do that? Well, he writes the following. Hi, Mark. You will find a Manchurian badger brush with the same handle as last time. It has a few imperfections, but nothing too bad, I hope. At first glance, I don't see any imperfections, Simon, to be perfectly honest with you. Thank you for sending this. Hang on, folks. He continues. Feel free to compare it to the silver tip one and maybe put it aside for the next giveaway if you fancy. Absolutely, folks. That's why we're talking about this Manchurian badger brush. This came all the way from across the pond from Simon Hazanovs. It's a Manchurian badger brush. This new piece of wet shaving gear is going into the prize package for the 8,000 subscriber giveaway. And it is absolutely beautiful. And he continues here. Hang on 1 minute before we get to the brush again. He continues. Also included are a few other bits that I hope you will like. I've been watching your videos every week. Thank you for your hard work and sharing the wonderful hobby. Kind regards, Simon. But in a second email he wrote, it is indeed very interesting how the Manchurian badger works. The hairs are a bit thicker, which is why it has more backbone than the silver tip. And the tips are bleach treated, which gives them that color and softness. A very good all-around knot, if you ask me. Yeah, we are definitely putting in this prize package and including in the prize package. So some lucky winner of the 8,000 subscriber giveaway is going to get a Simon Hazanovs original Manchurian badger brush. Simon, thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate it. So there it is, and I'll show you what it looks like next to my original silver tip here. So you can see the knots are about the same size. I think this has bloomed a little bit here from its use, that sort of thing. So I think probably there's going to be a little bit of a break-in period on this. I could be wrong. I don't know. I have not used this. This is part of the prize package. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out the giveaway video when we reach the 8,000 subscriber mark. That'll happen sometime, I don't know, within maybe 5 or 10 views above 8,000. I like to make sure that we have a solid 8,000 views there before we do a giveaway. So yeah, from Simon Hazanovs, the Manchurian badger brush. Thank you very, very much, Simon. Really do appreciate it. Now, the other little bits that Simon included that I have used, I've used one item and I'll be reviewing it as well. He writes, the Hawkins and Brimble balm should be very nice, though I haven't tried it yet personally. But I thought I'd send you one to try from across the pond. Thank you very much, Simon. I've used this, folks. This is absolutely wonderful. I think there are some third-party sellers on Amazon that are selling this. If I can find a link, I will post it. But boy, this is wonderful. Love it. Not much of a scent, but that's great because I'm able to use it with a lot of different aftershave splashes. And, if I have an aftershave splash, I don't have a matching balm. This one fits in wonderfully. Let me show you the tube right here. And it has some really great thickness to it. A little bit goes a long way. And it has LME and ginseng. To be honest with you, I know what ginseng is. LME, if you know what it is, please comment below and let me know. But, the combination is great. And, of course, there it is, London Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Thank you very, very much, Simon. I really do appreciate it. He also added, the Kai blades are indeed the ones I forgot to send last time. I think they should really impress you, and I mean really. It comes from Japan, and from what people in the wet shaving community say, is that it performs similar to Feather, but here's the beauty of it. Same sharpness, but much smoother. Everyone tends to agree that Feather is often very rough on the first shave. Not my personal choice, but a very interesting blade to try. Well, we are going to try these and review these. I've heard a lot of viewers talk about these, but I've never used them. And thank you very much for including these, Simon. I really do appreciate it. So, folks, here's a new blade to check out. I'll be reviewing it soon. Kai. I've seen it mentioned in a lot of posts on different wet shaving forums. So, thank you very much for introducing them to me, Simon. Really do appreciate it. And he also wraps up here by saying the Bic blades, because he said he sent along some Bic Chrome Platinum blades. And he says the Bic blades are also interesting, especially since they are manufactured by arguably the most well-known disposable razor brand. Not to everyone's cup of tea, but I love them. Your mileage may vary, kind of thing, as always. Yeah, so thanks for the Bic Chrome Platinum blades, Simon. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for the Hawkins and Brimble. Really do appreciate that. But most of all, thank you for the Manchurian Badger brush that is going to go in the 8,000 subscriber giveaway package, prize package. Thanks again, Simon. Really, really do appreciate it. Very, very generous of you. Thank you again. Well, that wraps up another new wet shaving gear segment. Thanks to everyone who contributed. Thank you, Simon Hazanovs. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. Okay, let's kick things off with a couple of really fun, entertaining, and informative links that I'll provide below. Now, this first one is from Sharpologist, Mantic 59's wonderful website and blog area, where he has some really, really great and informative articles regarding wet shaving gear, traditions, history, that sort of thing. This one came in email to me. So when you do go up to Sharpologist, make sure you subscribe to those email newsletters. They are really, really wonderful. This article is called The Barber Pole, Its Origin, History, and Symbolism. This was a wonderful, wonderful article. I will link it below. Really, really enjoyed it. A terrific, terrific, enjoyable read. And the history of barbering, the barber pole, that sort of thing. Really, really did enjoy that. So again, I'll link that below from Sharpologist. My thanks to Mantic59 for allowing me to include it in this broadcast. And also the screenshot that you saw there. Just so you recognize it when you get to the page, so you know you're in the right place. So thanks again, Mantic59. Really do appreciate it. Bob Leroux sent along a link, and he said, fun with razor blades. Now, this is a YouTube video of a Conan O'Brien late night show, a broadcast featuring Penn and Teller, those magicians, and they are doing a series of tricks with razor blades. Really, really fun and entertaining. So my thanks to Bob Leroux for sending along that really, really fun link. So thanks to Mantic59, and thank you, Bob Leroux, for sending along that really fun, entertaining link on razor blades. Okay, this next email came from viewer Robert Brose. Very, very interesting. And he wrote, Dear Mark, attached, please find photos of a soap scraper made with an old, very cheap spoon, which I arranged with a hammer and then cut the round top with a saw. Very, very neat. Repurposing, again, an old item that can be applied to the shaving den or to the daily wet shave. Also, my daily bowl, very cheap one used in Mexico for salsas, around $1. It's from crystal and has a rough internal surface. So creating a lather is very easy. The internal diameter is 15 centimeters or 5.9 inches. Very adequate so that the lather stays in the bowl. I put a Perazzo Pennello. I believe that means brush. Well, it does mean brush. He wrote that later on. I put a Perazzo Pennello in the bowl so you can see better the dimensions. Regards from Mexico. But then he also continues by saying, just received 400 laser blades from India. Very, very cheap via eBay. For me, the best blades can do 6 or more shaves with each one. Now, this is probably something I should have included in new wet shaving gear. So yeah, 400 laser blades from India. I'll try and find a link on eBay. If you find one, let me know and I'll post that link. I think YouTube sometimes can be a little bit temperamental when somebody comments and tries to post a link. I think that's their way of cutting down on spam. So if you have the link, email to me and I'll post it in a pinned comment or something like that. And he goes on to say, I have around 5,500 blades. Let's say I could shave with each blade twice. So I have 11,000 days to shave, 365 days per year. That makes 30 years of shaving. Ha 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 ha. And I'm now 74 years old. So enough blades until I'm 104 years old. And he wraps up his email by saying, Abrazos desde Mexico. Aquí hace calor fuerte. Robert, I hope I got that right. I took Spanish in high school, junior high, high school, and college. It's been a while since I've used my Spanish, so I hope I hope I pronounced that correctly, Robert. He also added, Pennello means brush for shaving in Italian. The silver handle brush in the photo is called Il Famoso Pennello from Omega. Sure you can publish the photos, Robert. Thanks very much, Robert. I really do appreciate it. That's very, very kind of you. Thanks again for giving us an update on your blades collection. 74 years old. It sounds like you're a member of the Old Guys Club now. So thanks very, very much, Robert. Really do appreciate the great repurposing, the crystal shaving bowl, and the recommendation on the laser blades. Thanks again, Robert. Really appreciate it. Okay, we get this from viewer Wayno, who writes, I tried something that I didn't think had a chance to work, but it did big time. I used my Fatboy on setting 1. Yes, setting 1 with a feather blade. It was the easiest and best shave of my life. Not a single nick or irritation on a 2-pass shave. It was awesome. A truly no-brainer shave. I now understand that I'm going to be using the mildest razors out there with the sharpest possible blade. Thank you so much for all your support and kindness. Well, thank you very much for this, Wayno. Really do appreciate it. Very, very nice of you to confirm this approach, because a lot of wet shavers do this. They get a very, very mild razor or an adjustable like the Fatboy and turn it down to the mildest setting, maybe 1 or 2, something like that, and put in a very, very sharp blade like the Feather. Now, since we're talking about sharp blades and mild razors, that sort of thing, you might want to try a Kai blade right here. Did I get that right? Make sure it's, yeah, there it is right there. Oh, man, this is, okay, here it is. You might want to try a Kai blade with the Fatboy. As was reported by Simon Hasenovs, very, very sharp, but a bit smoother than Feather on that first shave, so to speak. So try Kai. Again, we've been talking about the Filoso razor blade. Give these a try. These are really nice and sharp and smooth. See how those do. And also the Dorco Primes. I found these to be very, very nice. Probably not as sharp as a Kai or a Feather, but again, another blade to try. That's kind of the beauty of the traditional wet shave. You got all these different combinations that you can try, razors to blades. However, I agree with you, and a lot of other wet shavers agree with you. Mild razor, very sharp blade, or sharp blade. However you want to express it. But yeah, that's the approach of a lot of wet shavers out there. Mild razor, sharp blade. So thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it, Wayno. And yeah, this is my Fatboy, and I know it's a Fatboy because whenever I have it on its own, I know it's the Fatboy when I have it next to a Slim. This is my Slim right here. But if it's by itself, the way I can tell that this is my Fatboy is when I open up the doors, there's that one lazy door right there, and I just kind of move it away like that. So I've never really had the inclination or the desire to correct that. I like that about this razor. That way, when I open it up, I know it's my Fatboy. When it's sitting by itself on the counter and I don't know by looking at it that it's a Fatboy or a Slim, that's that's how I do it. And I think it's also part of its charm. So yeah, these are wonderful, wonderful razors. These vintage Gillette adjustable razors, the Slim and the Fatboy. If you don't have one in your collection, seek them out on eBay, at yard sales, at antique stores, garage sales, estate sales, that sort of thing. They're wonderful. You can do as I and many other wet shavers have done. You can have them cleaned and replated. Absolutely fantastic. You'll get another 70 years use out of them when they're replated in this replating job. Absolutely fantastic. So thanks very much for the update on your approach to the wet shave, Wayno. I'm sure it will inspire others to try the same approach. Thanks very much. Okay, this next item is also from Wayno. Hey, Wayno, you're 2 for 2 today. And he wrote, I just used a shaving soap that was wonderful. It was Cold River Soapworks, Glide Barbier Sapone. It says the aroma is amber, tonka bean, and rosewood. It has a fabulous scent and lathered up very quickly. The shave was epic. Sadly, they went out of business quite recently. Is there another soap that would be a good substitute? Thank you, and as always, your videos are epic. Thank you very much for that. Thanks very much for that, Wayno. I really do appreciate it. You know what? I don't know if there is I don't think I've used Cold River Soapworks. I don't think I have. Maybe I'd have to look at my reviews again and see if I've reviewed or used them. I tend to think that maybe I did. But you know what? When I did a search earlier, it didn't come up. So I might be confusing it with some other soap, artisan soap maker out there. But I'm going to put it out to the viewers. If you've used Cold River Soapworks and you know of them and you've used them, now that they're out of business, unfortunately, is there another soap out there you can recommend to Wayno that is equivalent in lathering and scent and that sort of thing? So please comment below. Let us know. I'm very intrigued, and it's something else to look for out there. Maybe we'll come across it in a secondary market or on eBay or something like that, and hopefully it won't be too expensive because of its scarcity value now. But thanks very much for that, Wayno. Really do appreciate the comment and the question regarding Cold River Soapworks, especially this one here, Glide Barbier Sapone. Amber, tonka bean, and rosewood. Sounds absolutely marvelous. So if you know about Cold River Soapworks and what is comparable to this shave soap, what other artisan soap is comparable to this one, please comment below. Let us know. Wayno, viewers are great on this channel. I'm confident we'll get some answers. So thanks very much for the question and comment, Wayno. Again, really do appreciate it. Okay, this next comment comes from Simon Hasanoff. Simon, you're 2 for 2 as well. Thanks very much. Now, this is more of a public service than it is about wet shaving, but it involves wet shaving as well. I'll let Simon explain. He wrote, hey, Mark, something I noticed online that I thought I'd ask you to mention in the next Monday morning mailbag for the attention of all wet shavers. On Instagram, I noticed there are 2 popular accounts that by the looks of it got hacked. Ali Nomo Brush and Shaving Time. In the last 2 to 3 weeks or so, I noticed both shared similar or identical stories with the topic of cryptocurrency investing, where they redirect you to a scammer by the looks of this. I even received direct messages from both accounts with phishing content. I thought it would be right to let others know as a public service announcement so that no poor sod falls for the trick. I hope the genuine account holders are aware of this and getting this resolved. Thanks, Simon. Yeah, Simon, thanks for mentioning this. Put it out to the viewers. You know what? My rule of thumb is when in doubt, don't click the link. It happens to all of us. We'll get an email that's very, very suspect. A lot of things that are going on Facebook right now you'll get somebody that's on your friends list, and it'll be their name, and they'll send a link, but the message will be, "Oh, I can't believe this happened to this person," and then they'll have a link there, and it's like, "Wow, what happened?" So you'll click the link, and then next thing you know, you might be acquiring a virus, or they might be hacking into your account. So you have to be very, very careful. That's why I say, again, when in doubt, don't click the link. They try to say something that sounds familiar, that will make you more likely to click the link. I just discard those kinds of messages right away. I don't click the link. I don't follow the link. And usually what happens is after I get that direct message that I don't click on, the actual friend on Facebook will say, "Hey folks, I've just been hacked. Do not click any link on any message that you might get from me. It's not me." So yeah, Simon, I hope they do get it resolved. And I think it's just a very, very good message to put out there to viewers. Be very, very careful when getting a direct message or an email or some other form of communication, digitally, that you think is suspect. Don't click on those links. Don't be too quick to click on those links. You might want to investigate it further, or actually send a little message to somebody, or post to their Facebook page or their Instagram page. "Hey, are you sending this message out?" That sort of thing. A lot of different ways to investigate. But yeah, when in doubt, don't click that link. There are other ways to discover if it is actually a legitimate message. So yeah, Simon, very happy to pass that on, and thanks for alerting the wet shaving community to this. Thanks again. Okay, this next question and comment comes from a viewer named Walter. And I'm using this because I know a lot of viewers out there will have some great recommendations as to how he can resolve this shaving problem. And he writes, "Hi, Mr. Zarate. I'm really enjoying your videos, and I appreciate your consistency." Thanks very much, Walter. I appreciate that. I've got a question. I can't get rid of my neck irritation. I even tried cold water shave. Still nothing. Is this because of my technique, or maybe pressure, or should I switch to some mild blades like Derby? Well, Walter, the first thing that comes to mind are cold water shave. Now, when you say cold water shave, are you meaning just cold razor shave that we've been talking about? You're just using a cold razor and everything else is warm? I'm just trying to clarify this, because maybe you typed cold water shave and you meant cold razor shave. I'm not sure. But first thing I would recommend, and if you've done this, then we have to go on to step 2. But the first thing I would recommend is a cold water shave. Absolutely. As we talked about previously, mild razor, sharp blade. That might be your solution. Other wet shavers have said that they take the other approach, and we've talked about this before. They use a slightly more aggressive razor with either a mild or sharp blade somewhere in there. Not super sharp blade, but something that's nice and smooth and sharp. The other thing I would recommend is the blade you're using, try something that is coated, platinum coated, tungsten coated, chromium coated, something along those lines. Now, if you've been using coated razor blades, then do the opposite. Go with a stainless steel razor blade. Sometimes I have heard that the coating on these blades could be causing the irritation. I don't know how true that is. If viewers out there know this a little more in depth or for a fact, please comment below on that one. Not really too sure about that, but I'm just going to throw that out there because I think it'll garner some more comments along those lines. Lastly, I would say map your beard. Map your beard, let your hair grow out over 2-3 days, and find out what direction the hairs on your neck are growing. When you do a with the grain pass, that is from north to south, on the neck, you might be going against the grain because your hairs might be growing upward. So when you think you're doing a with the grain pass, you're actually going against the grain. So you might have to change up and actually go south to north, which would be with the grain. That's just a guess on my part, but I would say map your beard. So those are kind of ballpark suggestions that we've had, that we've discussed on the show before. And again, I'll put it out to viewers. Can you help out Walter and maybe have maybe give him a few other recommendations as to how to improve his shave. Now, again, this is why I say in every video before I start that first shave pass, 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. And I absolutely do mean that. Let the weight of the razor do all the work. Lighten up on your touch. Let that razor head and that sharp blade in the razor head do all the work. Let the weight of the razor, do the work. If you've got a razor with some nice heft on it, just let it fall. Let it fall. Let the weight of that razor do the work. Lighten up on your touch. And maybe you're pressing too hard. A lot of cartridge razor users, when they decide that they're going to get rid of cartridge razors, they don't like the plastic going into the landfills. They don't like the exorbitant cost of the cartridge razor head. They decide to come over to traditional wet shave, and the first thing they do is, because of muscle memory from using a cartridge razor, they're pressing down. And you're really pressing down on that. No, you don't want to do that. You want to lighten up. Now, if you are an individual who's coming from the cartridge razor shave, lighten up on your touch. You may just have some, what I guess I would call latent muscle memory, to where you're pressing too much because you've used a cartridge razor for so long. And that's how they work. You have to actually press down on them so that face of that cartridge and all those blades there, make contact with the skin, because the blade is already set to the proper angle and you're just pulling down. You're pressing and pulling. You don't do that with a traditional wet shave. Light touch, 30 degrees, light touch, let the razor do all the work. So I hope those suggestions help, Walter. That's what I've mentioned in the past to others who have this kind of question, who have this kind of situation, and it's always worth revisiting. So thank you very much for the comment and the question. And you know what? Come back when you see this video. I'm sure viewers are going to really have some great comments and recommendations on what you can do to improve your shave. So thanks very much, Walter. Really, really do appreciate the question and comment. And you know what? Look for the comments from other viewers, because I think they're going to have some really, really worthwhile suggestions and solutions for you. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog. For my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great, great shaving gear. Check out VikingsBlade.com for some great shaving gear. For all things Barbas, check out Big Dude Barbas. I'll have the link below. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the products I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.